Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Leah Robinson.
Shars.
Tangier.
And this is
Say That Live.
Now, today's episode of Say That Live, we chose a more serious topic to relate to you guys. We chose racial profiling. Shars, you want to start it off?
Yeah, my topic for this segment would be Trayon Christian. He's 19, he's from Corona, Queens. He's an engineer, he goes to one of the New York City universities, and he's in a work-study program, which means he gets to make money while he learns.
Mm-hmm.
So he saved up his money, he went to Barney's flagship store on Madison Avenue to purchase a Ferragamo belt for about $350. After the purchase, he left the store, got about a block. 2 undercover officers approached him and arrested him because they said that they received a call from Barney's that his card was used fraudulently. I just think it's outrageous. They kept him for 2 hours, then they let him go with some apology. What do you think?
Wow, that's crazy. It's crazy because I also found a similar story with a Barney shopper. She's a black female, and she was accused. Her name is Kayla Phillips, and she's 21. She was accused for credit card fraud after purchasing a $2,500 purse. Therefore, there was 4 cops that followed her into the subway station, and they attacked her, pushed her against the wall and everything, just asked questions, asked for her ID. And it was crazy because they took the credit card from her and they was bending it.
But when you purchase something, doesn't it come up whether it's like stolen or fraud or something?
Pretty much.
So that seems so sketchy to me.
Not necessarily, because I don't think it works like that.
But they both had IDs. They
But
both produced IDs.
The thing is, it's like they said it was a credit card scam, but then at the same time, she had her debit card and it was in her name.
Right.
That's crazy.
Like, you don't even know if she had a bad day and she just wanted to pamper herself, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or she finally got her money, which was her tax return,
Right.
and she finally got her money. She wanted to do a little something for
And we
herself.
have to remember, the main question that these officers asked both of these individuals was, how can you afford these articles, these goods?
Not even their business.
It's
not.
not.
Ridiculous.
It doesn't even matter. And it's so crazy because there are some hard-working black women and men that actually makes money. You know what I'm saying? And they do want to go out and purchase these things. It's not even often. You know what I'm saying? So when they do it, it's a problem. Stuff like this happen.
Right, and we were talking about this before. It doesn't even matter if you're dressed up, if you're wearing proper Barney's attire, I guess.
Right.
If you're going to be racially profiled, it's going to happen to you. Wiz Khalifa walked into a Barney's store as well in New York City. Barney's, that's 3 people, and Wiz is huge. He's known, he's a rapper, but I guess they didn't know who Wiz Khalifa was. He dropped $16,000 on shoes for his wife, Amber Rose, and went upstairs to the men's department, and he was treated very unfairly. They said that he was just very uncomfortable. They looked at him strange, and they just treated him like crap, basically. And they apologized afterwards because I guess the whole store got word that it was Wiz Khalifa. He was a rapper. He obviously had money. Barney's personally reached out to Wiz. They sent him a letter. He gets personal VIP treatment now every time he goes there. But at the same time, it's like
a blonde streak in his hair or something.
Right, but at the same time, it's like you never know who a person is, and because it just baffles my mind that somebody can really be profiled just because of the color of their skin.
Well, they're celebrities. It happens. I mean, we all know the Oprah.
Right, Oprah. It happened too, and I think one time it happened twice to Oprah actually.
Right, Oprah.
And Oprah's net worth, I believe, is $3.8 billion. Like she could buy Barney's if she wanted to. Right. She went, I know, to a store in Switzerland, a regular boutique, and she tried to buy a Tom Ford bag.
Correct.
It was $38,000. That's light for Oprah. Like she could drop it.
They wouldn't even show her the bag.
Yeah, they would not show her anything.
She don't even have to purchase the bag.
Right.
Be like, here, get it.
Right.
And the other with Oprah, I think, was Hermes. And
Yep.
I mean, I remember growing up, and I've always kind of been into fashion. And when I was old enough to go shopping on my own, I remember being profiled and being followed around the store. So I changed the whole way I shop, where I would get dressed to the nines just to go to a store to shop, to prove to them, like, if I walked in Gucci, I wanted to have on a Gucci belt or Gucci loafers to show I'm here. I know what I'm buying, you know. But it doesn't work. If they're gonna mistreat you, they're gonna mistreat you.
And honestly, it doesn't even have to be Gucci or Louis. Like, you could go in a regular grocery store
Right.
and you have these people actually following you just
Right.
because you are the color of your skin.
Right.
You feel me? Like, it's just crazy. Like, all I wanted was a bubble gum for 25 cents.
Right.
You
You're
still following
around.
me?
Right.
I'm not here to steal. I got 25 cents.
But we have to remember, we all drive, and this happens while you're driving. It depends if you're driving a Range Rover, a Benz, a BMW. If they feel that you're not worthy of that vehicle,
They're
they'll
pulling you
stop you.
over.
Yeah.
Right. It
Yeah.
happens often.
I know I got pulled over one time. It was late. I was driving home. It was the first time I ever got pulled over, and I had tinted windows. So the cop didn't know whether I was a guy or a girl.
What were you driving?
My Range Rover.
Okay.
And it was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, officer, why are you pulling me over? And he was like, oh, because you have something inside of your, I guess the mirror thing that hangs.
Okay.
I'm like, that's
couldn't
not why you
tell,
pulled me over.
right?
You can't even see into the car, so that's not a reason why you're pulling me over. And the way that I passed you, you could not see the front of my car. So it was just very sketchy, and I'm just like, you know what? It's just racial profiling, and it still exists no matter how old you are, no matter what you're wearing. It exists. It's real.
It's real.
And no matter how hard you try to stop it, it's gonna still continue. Honestly, it sounds crazy, but let's speak reality. It's gonna keep happening no matter what.
Well, I'm sorry. You know, because this is a really something that we've all will or have gone through.
Right.
It's gonna happen. And my thing is, with going back to the Barney's thing, I know that there's this thing going on with Jay-Z and Barney's, and I don't quite know the whole story, so I'm going to stay out of that.
Right.
But what I do believe is, when are the designers of these garments, these goods that we purchase, when are they going to stand up and say, you know what, these are the people that make you money and me money.
Right.
And if you're going to treat these people that buy my goods this way, I'm not going to allow you to carry these goods.
I think that shows a lot about the designer as well, because it's like you really get to see, well, it's not even about the people.
Right.
It's about how much money they're making.
Exactly.
So it's not even really so much about the racial profile, and we can tell stories for years, every day. It happens every single day.
Every single day.
And they don't care.
They don't
This is
care.
a story that they hear all the time, but it's like, okay, well, where's my check?
I mean,
But I do agree with you. With
I
the
agree
designers.
completely.
Like, if they actually step out and say something, you know, that would help us out.
Right.
You know?
because these stores want to carry their line as much as they want them to
They
carry
need
their
them
line.
just as much as the designer.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think that, you know, we're the ones that's running out and spending our money on whatever. What I will say is, tell us what you think. Give us your comments, your thoughts. Say that live at gmail.com.
Yeah.
Say that live
Say that
at
live.
gmail.com.
Make
Subscribe.
sure you
Yes.
Like.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
subscribe.
And if you guys don't know how to spell it, it's at the bottom of the screen. Right
Yeah,
here.
right there.
SAYGATLIVE.
Hit that button and hit that like button.
Oh yeah, subscribe, like it, tell your friends, tell your dog, tell everybody that you know. Okay? And if you guys have any racial profiling stories that you guys want to tell us,
share.
yes, or if you have any topic ideas or questions for us or anything, just email us today. We love you guys.